You're watching Auction Network. You're watching Auction Network. You're watching Auction Network.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome into the Auction Network. This is Auction Network Live. I'm Jeff Brookaleri. We're glad you've joined us here on this Thursday afternoon on the East Coast and in the Central Time Zone. We're coming up to noon Central Time. We're going to be down in Texas, San Angelo, Texas, to be exact. We've got a beautiful home on some great acreage, a ranch-style home on a ranch, literally, in Texas. You get a big part of property there. You know, they say everything's bigger in Texas. Well, this house is huge, and so is the property. And that is what's going to be up for bid here in our live auction coming up at the top of the hour. Our auctioneer, Tony Langdon, is getting ready to bring us this auction from San Angelo. Let's show you on the map where San Angelo is located, just to give you an idea. It's kind of right in the central part of Texas, just to the northwest of San Antonio, southwest of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, right here where this red dot is located. That is where San Angelo is. And if I zoom in here, you'll see a little bit more closely where this property is located. So here's San Angelo proper, okay? And the Goodfellow Air Force Base is located here in San Angelo. And then if you come in here, you will see that this property is located off of US Highway 277 and south of the State Route 584, and that is where the property is that we are talking about here today. It's located at 2401 Reese Road, to be exact, 2401 Reese Road, and that is just outside of San Angelo, Texas. So the home itself, let's take a look at the property. The luxury home, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and this is 5,779 square feet. You can see a beautiful aerial view here of not just the home, but the property that surrounds it that'll be up for bid. Circular driveway there in the front, gorgeous location, beautiful entryway, and a lot of detail, okay? This home was built with just every detail in mind, and you can see that throughout in these photographs. It was built in 2008, and it's a part of a ranch. Now, this whole ranch was humongous at one time. But the sellers were thinking about selling it all as one big plot of land, okay, your own corner of the world. But they have subdivided it into 3 pieces for this auction. Now, the first piece, which was lot number 1, was known as the Foreman's Home and 142 acres of land. That's already been sold. There was a pre-auction offer, and that's the one at the top of the screen there. You see that very first box at the top. That one has already sold. Then we're going to auction off some land here in this auction. That would be lot number 2, and that is 144 acres of land in the middle. And then at the bottom is where this luxury home sits on 230 acres, even more property. But the luxury home sits on 230 plus acres of land in the bottom portion of that screen. So back to the house here, just a beautiful home. And it sits on the highest elevation of this parcel, okay? So of the parcel of land, of that 230 plus acres, about 230 and 3/4 acres, that's where this home sits at the highest point, all right? And it also has some great high ceilings in this home, as you can see from the photographs. Fireplaces, a 5-car garage, I mean, plenty of room in the garage for obviously several vehicles and all your toys, a boat, an RV, what have you. You can put that all in your garage. And it is custom. You can see there the island counter bar, not an island, but a counter bar area. Beautiful countertops in the kitchen, gorgeous cabinetry. The master bedroom, and all the bedrooms are really spacious, but there is a total of 3.5 bathrooms and 4 bedrooms in this home. Look at that. Just that tub area itself is just remarkable. And then there's a shower behind there. I mean, just a beautiful home. Custom built-ins, built-in cabinetry, built-in shelving. A lot of special amenities in this home. And look at that. That's just kind of like a wine storage area. It has a library with built-in shelving for all your books, and believe me, I would need every one of those shelves for mine. But just a beautiful library area. The main living area is gorgeous and expansive. There's the kitchen island, and much more. So it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous home. So again, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, 5,779 square feet, and this sits on over 230 acres. And then the acreage that is to the north of this property will be sold second today. That's going to be lot number 2. That's going to be sold second. Lot number 3 goes first. And then the acreage is 144 and about a quarter acre, 144 plus acres. And that's in the center there in green. You see that. And that will be sold second in this auction here today. That'll be offered up second. And then also, I do want to remind you, we do have some online properties that are closing today. Several of these have already auctioned, have already closed, but we have 2 more properties, very interesting properties out in Oregon that are going to be closing here in about an hour from now. One is considered lot number 1, and this is a Granite Hill Highway Bald Mountain mine. It is a mine, and yes, at one time they did mine for gold there, so you might get lucky. It might be one heck of an investment. You purchase this mine, and who knows, you make some money off of it. But that's this one here in Sumter, Oregon, and the current bid right now is at $100,000, so very low current bid, and this is going to sell without reserve, so you can jump in here and bid online within the next hour and 5 minutes, and you yourself can own your very own mine out in Oregon. And this is located at Granite Hill Highway, Bald Mountain, and it's in Sumter, or just outside of Sumter, Oregon. That's lot number 1. Lot number 2 is also nearby, and this is in Granite Hill Highway as well. This is the Ibex mine in Sumter, Oregon, also a former gold mine, and $100,000 is the current high bid on that one as well. So you can get in on that and bid on that. 2 mines. You know, when people say, boy, that place was a gold mine, well, these really were a gold mine at one time. You can really say that about these 2 places in Sumter, Oregon. All right, Tony Langdon is getting ready to bring us that auction down in San Angelo, Texas. We're going to be heading there in just a minute. Right now, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more here, so stay with us for that live auction coming up here at AuctionNetwork.com.
You're watching Auction Network. You're watching Auction Network.
All right, back with you here in the Auction Network studios. You just saw the video there for those mines that are up for bid right now, and they close in about an hour. So go to our auction lineup. At the top of the page of our website, you'll see where it says upcoming auctions. And if you'll scroll down, there is one that is closing today, 13 properties, and it closes today, November 30th. And right here, you will see that. If you click here on Bid Now or just click on this green strip, that'll take you to the 13 properties. Those Sumter, Oregon properties, those 2 mines are up for bid. They will close in about an hour from now. Also, we've got another online auction coming up December 4th through the 6th. We have 45 properties in this auction, all these different states: Alabama, Arkansas, Delaware, Florida, Illinois, Kansas, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Missouri, Mississippi, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Wyoming. Okay, all of those, 45 properties. Now that will bid on December 4th through the 6th. You see that here, and you can get in there, register, and bid. Now, if you're interested in purchasing the properties in San Angelo, Texas, we've got that beautiful, gorgeous 4-bedroom luxury home. That is up for bid. That's going to be in this auction here coming up in just a minute or so. You got to get in there, make sure you're registered, and make sure you've logged in so that we know you're ready to bid on this property. Our auctioneer is on site right now registering the folks that are live there on site, and they're still getting set up for that auction. We will have a live video. In fact, we will have a live video stream from the auction site. That's coming up here in just a minute. So make sure you've logged in, make sure you've registered, and you're ready to bid on this property in San Angelo, Texas. It's the luxury home, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and over 5,700 square feet in this beautiful, gorgeous home just outside of San Angelo. And then, of course, the land that it sits on, over 230 acres of land. That is just the land that the house sits on. There is also a separate piece of property that you see, and then that separate piece of property, that is acreage of 144 acres of blank land. That is also going to be up for bid in this auction as well. So the property with the house on it is considered lot number 3, and the property with the acreage is lot number 2. And they're going to be auctioned off in that order, all right? Okay, we're going to make contact with the folks there in San Angelo. Our auctioneer, Tony Langdon, is getting ready, and Delvin is helping him, standing by. We'll go to them in just a moment, but first this quick break, and we'll be right back.
You're watching Auction Network.
Back with you here in the Auction Network studios. I'm Jeff Bruccoleri, and we are going to get set to head out to that auction now down in San Angelo, Texas. Pretty much right in the heart of Texas, there to the northwest of San Antonio, southwest of Fort Worth. And coming up here, we are going to be joining our auctioneer and the crew out there in San Angelo. Now, don't forget, lot number 3 sells first. This is going to be the luxury home that sits on 230 plus acres of land, okay? The beautiful home with 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, over 5,700 square feet of home. Beautiful place there. And then secondly, they will sell lot number 2, the acreage of 144 acres. Now, if you're wondering about lot number 1, what happened to that? Well, as we've always said in our videos and everywhere else, we will take pre-auction offers, and that lot number 1, which included a foreman's house, that was sold, 142 acres, and the foreman's home was already sold at a pre-auction offer to the sellers, and so that has already been taken off the market here because it's already been sold. So the other 2 pieces are still left, and you can still bid on it here today if you're registered and ready to go. It sounds like Tony Langdon is ready to go in San Angelo, so let's head on down to Texas.
Sell at auction or both tracks 3 and 2. Track 1 has already been sold. They will be selling as is. As is means you're buying this property in its present current condition. So you're going to get everything good about it. In turn, if it has any faults, you'll get those also. So it's necessary as a prospective buyer that not only have you physically inspected the property, but through your own research, you've gathered as much information about this property as you possibly can, because as you can see from the handout you received today, we're still somewhat limited in the amount of information we actually have available to be able to provide you. Now, in just a few minutes, we're going to have a live auction. You're going to be able to bid your price on the property today. When we sell property at auction as is, it's going to differ slightly from what you're accustomed to with a traditional or conventional real estate transaction. When we sell property as is at auction, there's no contingencies related to financing or your ability to be financed. Post-sale inspections or appraisals can be done, but they do not alter the outcome of the auction. And there is no option period to be able to back out of the transaction on our contract that we utilize today. So it's necessary as a prospective buyer that not only do you know that you'll have the cash available at a closing on hand, or that you will be financeable, or a combination of the two before you actually bid on the property today. So we hope that everybody that has come here today, that you are prepared to be able to close on the property in accordance to our terms and conditions. Now, we sell the property with seller confirmation. That just simply means we're going to conduct the auction, establish the high bid, and determine who the high bidder is on tracks 2 and 3. Once we do that, we're going to hold those bids, and the seller has the option up to 7 days to accept or reject the bid. Now, as you can see, we've got a very, very motivated seller. She has already agreed to sell track number 1, which is under contract. And so she's going to relocate here in San Angelo, and they're already working on some new homes and new places for her. So we got an extremely motivated seller that was the builder here in 2008. So bid with confidence today in regards to the purchase of this property, both tracks 2 and 3. Today, there'll be a 5% buyer's premium added to the high bid price. So that's going to be high bid at auction plus 5%. Now, that will constitute your total contract price. When we execute the contract today, you'll pay a 10% down payment, 10% of the total amount. So that's high bid at auction plus 5%. And that will give you your total contract price. And then from that, there'll be a 10% down payment paid today. And then the balance will be due in 30 days. Is that correct, Jen? 30 days? In 30 days following the acceptance of the contract. So 30 days from the date that the contract is actually accepted. And we have a seller's acceptance of 7 days. So they got 1 week to actually make that decision in regards to that. But here again, I'll reiterate, we have an extremely motivated seller. Now, there'll be a $199 technology fee that will be added to the purchase price here today that will handle some of the a part of this transaction. We're going to sell track number 3 first, and then we'll go and sell track number 2. Now, in regards to taxes, the current year, the taxes for the current year, they'll be prorated between you as the buyer and the seller, which is customary in any real estate transaction. Any back taxes or liens, if they do exist, which we do not believe there are any, they will be satisfied from the seller's proceeds. So you're going to move forward completely clean on this property after you close. You'll receive a special warranty deed on this property. Owner title insurance policy will be available for you to purchase in regards to that at closing with the title company that has been designated for this particular auction today. I think I pretty much kind of covered all of the terms and conditions in regards to that before we get into the actual sale of the property. Before we do, does anyone have any questions related just strictly to the terms and conditions at this time? And then I'll explain the auction here in just a second. Any of the terms and conditions, maybe something I've not covered or that you may be unclear or uncertain of, please feel free to ask before we get it away. Any questions? Smartest people are always in Texas. So, all right. Well, that's good. That's good. All right. As I said, we're going to sell tract number 3 first, and then we'll sell tract number 2, which is the adjoining 140 acres. So we'll offer up tract number 3 first. Let me give you a little information about this. Obviously, you can read, so I'm not going to try to just go through everything and read it just like it is, because certainly you can read that. But it was built in 2008. It is 4-bedroom. Now, one of those bedrooms is actually a separate apartment here. Seen that beside the garage. 5-car garage, the other 2 bedrooms back here, and then a tremendous master suite. That's a beautiful master suite, huge, humongous walk-in closets, lots of space there. And then you've got a tremendous view out of the master, in addition to the one that you have here in the dining room, overlooking the lake. And the land that's directly behind us, that's government-owned land. So you're never going to have anything that's going to obstruct your view, either from this area, from the den, or obviously from the master. So a tremendous view here. Sometimes you say it's $1 million view, but with inflation, I'd say that's probably a $5 million view now. But it's a beautiful property. Fireplaces throughout the home, in the master, in the den. I think if you walk through here, I think everybody will agree, when they built this home, they did not spare any expense. High-end appliances, all the trim work in here. It's just a tremendously well-built home. It sits up on the highest elevation on this tract of land that was originally 520 acres before it was divided into these tracts. So today, this property will be selling with just a tick over 230 acres. As I said, a 5-car garage, and you've got almost 5,800 living feet of living area, and it's all on one level. And so this is a beautiful home as you drive up. It does have a lot of curb appeal coming up to the home, and it's recently built. I mean, you've got a 15-year-old home, and it looks like it was built yesterday. So it has been very, very well maintained. So this is going to be a tremendous opportunity for someone. Once we sell tract number 3, then we'll go to tract number 2, which is the raw acreage that adjoins the property. It's 144 acres. Now, all 3 of these properties have access directly off of Reese Road. So the survey has already been done. The property has already been divided. That is complete. And so there is a shared road management agreement, maintenance agreement, that everybody that is a purchaser of tracts 1, 2, and 3 will all agree upon in regards to maintaining the road. So there's direct access for each property through a flag lot, which that's what they're called. It looks like a flagpole with a flag at the end. So each property has road access directly off of Reese Road, and everybody will share in this maintenance road agreement. Any type of easements, utility easements, they're commonplace in the state of Texas. Anytime that you sell real estate at auction, it is every property is eligible or must accept any type of utility easements in regards to that. I think I pretty much covered everything in regards to the home, in regards to the property. Any questions before we get underway? Just a show of hands, how many of you have been to an auction of any type, just any type of auction? That's all you got to do if you want to bid. Just simply raise your hand, raise your yellow bidder's card. Now, when I see that many hands go up, I know I've got some auction pros out there. So if you want to be more discreet in regards to bidding, because I know a lot of you probably know each other, if you want to wink or blink or nod, that's all up to you. Between the 2 of us, we've got over 100 years of experience in the auction business. Delvin's got about 80 of that. So we'll be able to know, and we'll continue the auction. process. Now, for those of you that are here, if you'll just bear with me for a moment, I want to address just those that are on the auction network. For those of you that have joined us online, once again, I want to appreciate or thank you for your participation today. You are operating in accordance to the same terms and conditions that those that have joined us on site. When you look online, you're going to see an orange button that's marked bid. That is a hot button. So please only click on that button if you intend on bidding on the property today. If you do bid and you are recognized as a high bidder online, please stay by the phone because a representative from Williams & Williams will contact you immediately to make arrangements to docu-sign the contract and make arrangements for that down payment today. So if you are a bidder online, stay put. Somebody will be calling you immediately at the conclusion of the auction today. As I said, we're selling the property with seller confirmation. Once again, to reiterate, the seller has up to 7 days to accept or reject the bid. All right. The auction goes very, very quickly. So right now, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask so that we don't want any confusion. It goes really quickly. This is a huge transaction today. And so we want everybody on the same page. Any questions? Everybody's good? Okay. Let me make an introduction here. This is Delvin Helderman. He'll be assisting with the auction. You can bid to him. In turn, he'll relay that bid to me, or you can bid directly to me, whichever you prefer. He's actually on the telephone right now with the auction network where they're manning the computers. So if they receive a bid online at the auction network, they're going to relay that to Delvin by telephone. He'll in turn relay it to me. We're going to inject it into the auction in real time. So we got simultaneous online bidding along with the on-site bidding here today. Everybody understand? All right, let's get under the hood. We're going to start with the property number 3, which is where we're standing right now. I've already told you about the home. It's an exquisite home, extremely well built, 5,779 square feet, 230 acres. Keep that in mind, 230 acres with this beautiful view right here of the lake. All right, ladies and gentlemen, $2 million, $2 million, $1 million, $1 million, $1 million, $1 million, $1 million, $1 million, 100, 5, 6, 6, 7, 700 pounds, 708. That's 700, 800 pounds, 8, now $1 million, now 1. That's $1 million, $1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 200 pounds, $1 million, 1 million, 2, 3. That's $1 million, 2 million, 3, 4, 4, 5 million, 4, 5. $1 million, 5, 5, 6, 500 pounds, $1 million, 600. At $1 million, 500, $1 million, 600 pounds, all you want in, million, all you gotta do is bid. At $1 million, 5 million, 6 million, 5 here, million, 600, million, 5, 5 million, 600 pounds, $1 million, 600. At $1 million, 5 million, 600 pounds, all you get $1 million, 5 here, 600, $1 million, 500, $1 million, 6. At $1 million, 5 million, $1 million, 600 pounds, here it goes now. At $1 million, 5 here, 600, $1 million, 5, 600, $1 million, 600 pounds, hook, give it $1 million, 6. At $1 million, 5 pounds, $1 million, 600 pounds, $1 million, 6. I've got 1,500,000 pounds of bid on the auction network. I'm with you right now, auction network at 1,500,000, 1,600,000 if you want to do it. 1,600,000, 1,500,000, 1,600,000, 1,500,000, 1,600,000. 1,500,000, 1,600,000. I tell you what, before we go, I'm gonna help you online. 1,550,000. You with me all the way? Don't quit now. 1,550,000. 1,500,000, 1,550,000. At $1,500,000, 1,500,000, 1,550,000. 1,500,000, 1,500,000. 1,500,000, 1,550,000. Yes or no? Auction network with you. You got one in, one out. You want to do it? 1,550,000. 1,550,000. What are you going to do, auction network? At $1,500,000, 1,500,000, 1,550,000. Anybody else? Last and final call. Let's close it out on the auction network at $1,500,000. 1,500,000.
5005.
5005. Okay. All right, now let's move to the adjoining acreage, which is a little over 144 acres. Once again, it's a flag lot. You've got direct access from Reese Road that is deeded to the property. You will be a part of the mutual agreement for shared access for that maintenance agreement on the road. We're going to sell this in a lump sum amount, So the price that you bid here is for the entire 144 acres. We're not selling it by the acre. We're going to sell it in a lump sum amount. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, 100, 100, 100, 200, 100 pound dog, 200 pound dog, 150. At 150 pound dog, 150 pound dog, 150, 100 pound dog, 150. At 100 pound here, 150, 150, 75, now 200 pound dog, 2 and a quarter, at quarter and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 250. Here it goes, 2 and a half, last call, 75, 75, 3, 85, quarter, 3 and a quarter, 320, 325, good quickly, at 3 and a quarter, here it goes, 320, 3 and a half, 350, at 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 35, 50, 35, 50. At 35, 40, 50, 40, 50, 350,000, 350, 60, 350, 60, 70, at 370 pound dollar, 70, 80, at 370, 380,000, at 370 here, 380, 90, 390,000, 80, 90, 309, now 400 pound dollar, 400, at 390, 400, don't get so close and quit so quick.
395.
400, one time. 400, be the first one to get there. That may be the number. 400, what do you say?
Give me 395.
395, now 400. You don't let this guy knock you around for 5,000, or you come on, get back in there. Give me 400, 400,000, 400,000. Here it goes. 400, if you want it. 395, 395, 400, at 395. I think she wants it. If she does, you better go ahead and get it. If you don't, it's going to be either really loud or really quiet. That car, I just don't know which one. 400, I thought so. Now 405. 405. We'll do it a little at a time. You've run an awfully good race here. I'm just trying to scoot you across the finish line. Give me 405,000 one time. 405,000. Get 405 and buy it or help me get 410. What do you say? I need a little help here. 405, 410. 405, I'm sorry, 400, 405, 405, I thought he did, 405. Anybody else? Auction Network, we actually have 400,000 here on site. You've been awfully quiet on there. You've got the high bidder on the property that adjoins this. They can add another 144 acres to that 230 to make it 370 acres here with this beautiful house.
405.
405, I thought so. That's worth 5,000. Now you can come on back here at 410,000. 410,000. Well, you said no. They tell me a wise man's going to change his mind every once in a while. I'm going to be that guy today. Give me 410,000. He changed his. You change yours. Give me 410. 410. 410. 410. 405. 410. Yes or no? Auction Network, here it goes. It's going to be your last chance if you want it online. We got 405,000 bid on site. 410,000. You haven't changed the part yet? 410. Be your last chance. 405, 410. Last and final call. Anybody else?
Be online.
Got it back here.
No, I'm close.
You're online? Oh, I thought it was in. 405. 410,000. 405, 410. Yes or no? 410,000. Anybody else? This will be your last chance. That property may not ever be for sale again. 410,000. Last and final call. Close it out online at 405,000. Better number is
5003.
5003, separate buyers. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our auction today. Thank you so very, very much for coming. We cannot do these without you. Watch the Williams Auction website, upcoming auctions in your area. On behalf of Janet, the listing agent here, the family, everybody's going to be very appreciative of your time and effort that you took here today, and also for those of you online. For those of you online, thank you. If you are a high bidder online, please stay put.
It's on both of those properties there. And so now, as Tony mentioned, make sure you stick around. The folks from Williams & Williams will be contacting you and going over all the closing details with you in just a little bit. So congratulations, and thank you very much for watching and bidding online with us here at auctionnetwork.com. Now, don't forget, we do have an online auction that is continuing to bid right now, and it'll close in about a half an hour from now, 33 minutes to be exact, and that'll be these two mines out in Oregon. And right now, the first one is lot number 1 at Granite Hill Highway, and that is Bald Mountain Mine. That Bald Mountain Mine currently sitting at $100,000, the current bid, and so you can raise that bid up to $150 would be the next minimum bid, $150,000. And again, that's going to close in about 32 minutes. The other one is lot number 2. This one here is at Granite Hill Highway as well. This is the Ibex Mine, and the Ibex Mine in Sumter, Oregon, currently sitting at $100,000. And again, you can raise that to $150,000 if you would like to purchase that mine. Both of these mines have been gold mines in the past, and who knows, there may still be yet some gold in them there hills. Oh, good Lord, I can't believe I just said that. But there may still be some gold there to be prospected. So you never know. This might be one heck of an investment for you if you do purchase the mine and are able to go ahead and get some gold out of there. That would be pretty awesome. All right, now don't forget, we also have some more online auctions coming up here in the next week. Beginning December 4th through December 6th, we will have 45 properties up for bid in about 12 different states. And so get in on that auction. It's a live online auction, and that is on our upcoming auction list. 45 properties, and they will bid December 4th and close on December 6th. So keep that in mind. All right, so we've been telling you about these mines in Oregon. As we head away here, I'm going to say so long, and we're going to show you a little bit more about the 2 mines up for bid. They will close in 30 minutes in Sumter, Oregon.
You're watching Auction Network. watching Auction Network.